Hello guys, it's Jenny Jen the Plant Friend coming to you with another planty video. Today's video is going to be a little fun for me. I like to follow up and check on plants and see how things are doing. And so if this is your first time joining me, welcome to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, you know I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support and always commenting on these videos. It really makes me feel like it's worth it, even though I've been doing this for a while now and I still have a very low number of subscribers. It doesn't matter. The ones I have, I am appreciative of. So yeah, so let's get into the video. So this video is about plants that are thriving in sphagnum moss. Matter of fact, some need to be up potted, but I gotta find I think I'm gonna probably change the moss out and then I might not have to find a larger pot, but we'll see. So we're going to get started with the video. So the first plant is kind of peeking in the screen shot, but this is my Anthurium Forget I. Oh, and by the way, I recently, well, I think it's been over a year now, put all of my anthuriums in sphagnum moss and they thrived. They just really took off. So 3 of the plants that I'm showing you today are anthuriums, and then 2 are monsteras. So yeah, so let's get started. So again, this is my Anthurium Forget I. There you are. Anthurium Forget I. And this is, look at her. She was a 1-leafer, 2-leafer for a while. She has 4 beautiful leaves now. The roots are bonkers. So this is the one that I'm going to be taking out of moss, maybe in my next plant care video, and I'm going to take the moss off of the roots and just, you know, maybe freshen it up with some new moss. Maybe I'm going to get a bigger pot and see if I need to do that. But yeah, she lives in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet. She has a new growth point, guys. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but right there, she has a new growth point. I don't know if it's a leaf or if it's a flower, because it puts out a leaf and then a flower, and it's done both. So I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, the Anthurium Forget I is our first plant that is thriving in sphagnum moss, and also one that needs to be up potted. So that's the first one. I'm just gonna sit her down here. And so let's just go in the order that they are in. I'm not gonna try to do all of the anthuriums and then do all of the monstera. So the next one, you guys might remember this. I featured this guy on my channel. This is my Monstera Elbow that Iffy plant came. I did a video where they played, I was hot, she had hidden something in my plant room and I had to try and find it, and they were like, you're hot, you're cold, you're whatever. But anyway, it was 1 leaf, and it was this one. I think it was this one. It was a 1-leafer, and then it put out these leaves. She is in sphagnum moss as well. I recently up potted her on my channel. The roots are, I mean, you see the area roots. Look at this guy. So I'm trying to give it a little more. I can probably push it in like this. Yeah, it wasn't long enough before, but I'll put it in there and it will just grow through the moss. But I mean, the plants, just look at that. Actually, I probably need to up pot this one as well. So we'll see. But what I'm going to do is take this moss off, and I will clean the moss. I'll sterilize the moss and reuse the moss or whatever. But yeah, so this guy has been doing well. I put these plastic bags on it just to help keep some humidity in and keep the moss moistened. I have to moisten the moss at least twice a week. Otherwise it dries out, and you don't want that to happen. But yeah, she recently put out, now she's outgrown the moss pole that I put her on. So really I need to put another one, and there's a root right there, so I can do that. But guys, there's another growth point. Look at that. So this one, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to get it there. But yeah, she recently put this leaf out, probably a month or 2 now. I think maybe a month ago she put this new leaf out, and she put this leaf out. Now I'm noticing a pattern here in that the leaves that are coming out on the left hand side of the plant have variegation. The ones on the right hand side of the plant, not so much. Like just a hint here or there. That's this side of the plant. But when this one came out, which was supposedly the left side, it still had variegation, but not a whole lot. But anyway, that's not the point. We're not worried about the variegation at this point. We're talking about how well, I don't want to break this root. I'm just trying to get it situated in there. Let me put a little clip to hold it down, maybe. Oh. There we go. So yeah, my Monstera Elbow. So I have two Monsteras now. I have the Borgianata, I think however you say that one. It's in soil and it lives in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet. This one is living just in the plant room with this extra bag for humidity and seem to be liking it. So I'm going to extend her moss pole up soon as well. And so let's put her on the side. And so now I'll just go like in the order like I said. The next one is my Anthurium Crystallineum. It's the one this is. And I did feature this guy when I first got her. Had all of these beautiful large leaves on it, and then they just all died off, and it's just not done the best in my care. But I just keep trying. And so she recently put out this new leaf and this one. I was so excited because it's larger. She's not on a moss pole or anything, but she is. I have a trellis up, and I can actually change out the trellis now because I did order some. But yeah, so the Crystallineum, and I mean the roots just go crazy through the moss, and so I don't know if there's a particular time that you would like, maybe every 6 months or so change the moss out, or once a year. That's something that I need to research. But I just keep an watch on the roots, and if it starts to circle at the bottom, I know it's getting root bound. I just lift the plant out of the pot, put fresh moss at the bottom, and let it start all over again, just as if you would do with soil. And so yeah, the Anthurium Crystallineum, not, you know, she's okay. She's kind of wonky and not the best, but she's still with us, and that's what matters. But yeah, doing great in the moss. And then this next one, this guy, I really wish I could find a picture of this guy. This is the Anthurium, it's the Crystallineum Magnificent Cross. That's what I think this is. Let's see. Well, they're hugging each other, so stop that. Yeah, Anthurium Crystallineum. I got this from Wild Roots, July of 2021, and had very small leaves. She used to live in the IKEA greenhouse cabinet. You can see that will not work. She would consume that cabinet. But yeah, she's doing well also, and she is again in moss. And I got these buckets from Lowe's, and this is actually a bucket. It's a food grade bucket, but I got it, and again, I keep the plastic around the plant just to keep the moss moistened. She has a new growth point as well, and I'm just so excited. This is the oldest leaf on here, and it seems to be leaving us. But she put out, this is the newest leaf that she put out, this one, the darker green one. And then again, whoa, must have got close to the light on that flower there, but I usually just cut those off anyway. They say if you cut it off, it encourages growth. But yeah, so they just really kind of grow very wild, and so I'm running out of places to put these larger plants. But no, not complaining about that. That's a nice problem to have. But I hope this is another leaf and not a flower, but we'll see. But yeah, so this is the Anthurium Crystallineum Magnificent Crystallineum Cross, and doing very well in the pond. And so now, so I said 5, so that's 4. Last but certainly not least, and I didn't even take her down from her spot because she's a big girl, and I wanted to make sure that I had room for her. You guys know I call this plant my heart, because This is my Thai constellation. This is the one that my husband bought for me. And so it's very dear to my heart. All of the older leaves have died off. But yeah, guys, I'm so excited. So she's in moss as well, of course, because that's what this video is about. But let me see if I can lift her out. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so we can't lift her out. She's in she has plastic around her as well, as you can see. But she finally put out leaves with secondary fenestrations. I was so excited about that. So let me just show you her newest leaf that she put out a couple months ago. Would be this beauty. And it has about 5 secondary fenestrations. I think this was the first one that she put out that had secondary fenestrations. Let me see. The one before that did not have any, but yeah, so that's her newest leaf. And she had gotten down to like 2 leaves, and I think this was 1. And actually this leaf has a secondary fenestration. I never noticed that. Yeah, it's one of the smaller leaves. But yeah, so she's thriving in the moss, and she's kind of growing, like crawling along the moss. And so I'm probably gonna have to up pot this guy as well. I think I had such a problem with this. I had a lot of root rot situations with this, to the point that I bought another Thai because I thought that this one was going to die. And I really would like to get her out of here. Okay, that's not happening. Anyway, I'm really excited. She is pregnant with possibility. Like, there's a growth point here. A leaf hasn't come out, but it takes a while for the leaf to finally come out. Once it comes out, it comes out. But it takes a while to get the tip. Once that tip breaks through, and I can see a little bump right there. And so I know that she is getting ready to push out another leaf. So I'm excited about that. This moss pole is really just there for support. There are no roots. Oh, that's not true. I was going to say there are no roots going through it, but that's not true. Actually, there is one big root going through it. And then I saw this other, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but it's an area root. Let me see if you can see it. It's right here. And what I did was I just put a little container of water around it, and it started to grow like crazy. So yeah, so she too is in sphagnum moss and loving life in the spag. And so yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on my plants that are living in sphagnum moss and thriving, not just surviving, but thriving. And so yeah, maybe we'll do this every 6 months or so, because I'm planning to leave these in sphagnum moss. Now, there's some other plants that are struggling that I'm considering putting in spag as well. But for right now, those are my top 5 plants. Those are my 5 plants that are living in sphagnum moss and thriving. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was fun. I'm always doing plant care, and I want to start doing other videos. So if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you'd like to see, please leave a comment below, and I'll see if I can do those videos for you. But yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye-bye.